Welcome to Excel for Work video 10, Absolute versus Relative References. The dollar symbol explained clearly. Go ahead, if you haven't already, open your workbook. It will be the worksheet that has dollar clarified on it. You can go and open that and you'll have this table in front of you. In this video, you'll understand the most misunderstood symbol in Excel, the dollar sign. Now we know Excel works default by relative reference. So let's say we want to work out what the VAT, if we have to add VAT onto this, what it would be. And what would the VAT amount be that we have to add onto it. So I've got a totals column in F here. That's going to add them together. You can see it adds the VAT we're going to work out plus the total. And now we're going to work out what the VAT would be. So we know we've got to go equal that times the VAT rate, and it will be 750, which is 57.50. So now we want to drag this down. And Excel adjusts by relative reference. As you can see here, this has now become from C4 from that row. It's now relatively gone down the rows. So Excel adjusts this automatically. That's the problem scenario we have. So let's say we have this VAT total here. We can go across and put 15 in all of these if we want to. But let's say we have this here. We know this is the VAT. We can now make this an absolute reference. What this means is we know we can now say equals that times, we can say dollar. We know it's going to be column H. So we put dollar $H, and we know it's going to be row 3. We can add that in. Now you can see it's successfully added in 15%. We can also, if we want to keep this here, make this D4. It will do the same thing. And it will keep it 15, which we know is correct. We can drag this one down and keep that relevant. But if we want an absolute reference, we've got to add these dollar signs in. We can see how it goes wrong. So the dollar sign essentially locks this cell. In this formula here, we've locked this one. You can see the C4 changes, the C5 changes, and if we drag this down, we can see it's gone to C6, but it's keeping the D4. It's gone to C7, keeping the D4, gone to C8, keeping the D4. So this locks the column and row, essentially locking the cell, saying to Excel, no matter what we change in this column, it must always times it by that, or reference that cell or that cell, however the formula is locked in. Now, just to understand it, let's go ahead and look here. We have $D. Now, the dollar, it will always be column and row in that order. So $D locks that row. In other words, it says use nothing but column D. That's only half the equation in this case. We still got to have $4 for the row reference, which means whatever happens, you lock in to that column and that row specifically. And that's pretty much how you use the dollar sign. I just wanted to re-emphasize this. It's very important when you get to large spreadsheets. It can go wrong very quickly. That is why I'm re-emphasizing this. Just to throw it in the mix for now, we have mixed references. As we said, the front part of this formula this reference is $D. So a mixed reference, for example, could be $D, which says don't move from column D, and you could just have a 4 there. Therefore, it will still change in row reference, but in reference to column D. And the same can be said of rows. If you understand this and you truly get this, you've just jumped ahead of most Excel users. This is very vital, absolutely critical for you to know this and to keep on looking out for this. I'll see you in Excel for Work video 11, where we'll talk about data validation and creating drop-down lists. But I wanted to re-emphasize because this is so critical and I see so many people still going wrong with this. So I'll see you in Excel for Work video 11.